Yes. Well, Randy knows what's up, man. That's what, oh, you did? Oh, of course, man. I mean, it's more. You could have actually taken all the credit, but I love the peach tea. Thank you, Randy. I know, dude. When I got this the first time, I was like, oh my god, I got to tell you. I'll let it steep a little bit. The peach tea. Would you like one too, Randy? Okay, good. For me, potentially want some peach tea, Randy. Here we go. I know. Tell me about it. Just it's too much. Okay, so let me clear my throat. Oh yeah. I got a product for that.
Hydration Nation, let's go.
All right, that's a good sign. I let me clear my throat. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, so there it goes. I mean, look at SoFi. SoFi. Are we talking SoFi? I mean, Robinhood's up 20%. All right, I like, you know, bang. You want to talk about like getting down to the 50 period? Let's go. I mean, what a stock. What a stock. Honestly, Robinhood is an awesome stock. This is like gives me like Palantir vibes. I mean, it's like Palantir's baby brother here because like this is $10 at the beginning of the year, up $30 right now. 3x right here, maybe even say Palantir, like, you know, this is we're a little even more than Palantir right here, my guy. But this is a nice move. I really like Robinhood. I think breaking through 30 is going to be something, so I think we want to watch out for that. Nice little move there. We can go over to a weekly chart here on Robinhood. See the last time we were over here. This has just been a good little stock, up 30% today. What an absolute animal this stock is.
I'll let this one run.
You're not even.
I'm gonna let this one run and squeeze over the 80s. Let's see if I can do it. Here's the squeeze. Push to the highs. Let's go. A little bit of resistance up there.
I don't know. If the market falls down, I want to be in Robinhood. So, I'm in so far.
Boom. Woo. Nice little win right there. I'll take it. What am I up on the day? $1,063 on the day. Let's go. I've been pulling money out. Kind of like getting my account a little smaller, but it's okay. Pulled some capital out. I had 5,000, but then I made a fat finger mistake and pulled out a little bit more than I wanted to. That's all right. Okay, so this thing just keeps on grinding higher. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Just rolling, baby. Just getting in some day trading. All right. It's getting warm out considering it's a super windy, nasty day outside for me. $3,500 in the account. Small account. It's not a big account. You don't need a big account. Why have all that capital in one account, and then if you make a stupid mistake, you get on tilt, you get whatever, then all of a sudden you get just straight taken. Not doing bad today, though. Let's check the... What do we got here? Let's see. Live account. I don't care if you think you can hack my account. Good luck. $1,063. Not bad for just hanging out at home. Day trading. The futures market. $1,000. Not bad. It works. Still continuing to bump up here. There's the pullback. Let's see if we can get a small pullback and a push right back up to the highs. Just a small scalp.
Otherwise, you're just kind of hoping, and you're doing kind of mean reverse. Like there needs to be something to revert. I don't know what to do with this, but wow, Coinbase is absolutely flying to the upside.
I know you're gonna look. I'm very curious because I know we're gonna look at how some of the other tokens are doing.
Yeah, I just decided
That
to call
on coin.
ton is a monster. Okay, so right here, let's go over to CD crypto universe right now as we get to all-time highs.
Watching the sales, time sales come through.
24 hours
It's just a
ago,
mixed bag right now.
up now 8%. Ethereum up 9%.
It's holding though,
There's our boy,
you know.
there's our boy.
You just need to see it come up and break through where I got in.
Up
Unfortunately, got in right there.
right there.
There's a little push up. Let's see if we could continue to squeeze
Come on, Cardano.
to the highs.
Shiba Inu. Come on, Shiba Inu. I mean, I see the dogs everywhere. They should be going up, right?
Come on.
Avalanche. Yeah.
Oh.
I could buy right now. Okay, look what happens.
Squeeze up.
Max. Okay, I know it. I just. Oh, maybe
Oh, no. It popped and dropped. Hopefully, we can get one more push. One more push. One more push. Come on, fill me up, baby. Right here. 88, 77, 75s. Come on, come on. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. It should be a nasty squeeze, like into the 90s.
Watch out now. Big, huge movements happening all over the place. There's a little stock that I used to trade and now do not. But Hut 8.
If this thing drops, I'm stopping out.
Imagine where this stock is right now. 18 and change. Okay. Nice little move there.
This is going to squeeze right up. Let's go up to the 20,900s. That'd be amazing.
There's more volume. There goes Hut 8. Also making to the upside right now as well.
Small pullback. This is it. Small pullback and a rip right back out higher. Here we go. Watch.
I know we talked about this yesterday. Whoops, my pop is going up.
Watch it be a $10 squeeze.
Into what you think should happen from a logical standpoint.
$10 squeeze. Come on. We need that volume to rip in. It's not.
Foreign buyer on a buyout deal, which I thought with the new administration would be out of
There we go. Into the 90s. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Both sides have said that they wanted to nix this deal. Both sides. But the other side of the
I almost feel like adding.
still U.S. steel.
Squeeze higher. Come on.
That could be
Squeeze, 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 squeeze.
it also could be technical.
I'm just going to get out. Not the 90s there. That's fine. It might squeeze all the way back up, all the way to the 100, you know, to another 100 mark. Dang it. There it goes. It's squeezing up. Not bad, though. I mean, up 1,000, 1187 on the day. It's going to get caught. It's going to rip up. It's going to rip all the way up into the 20,900s. It's pretty high. I just don't want to be holding the bag up there, you know? It's the way it is, so. This thing is just going. Very nice trend. Sticking to the trend here, as you can see. The trend is holding into the 90s. We squeezed up. I'd like to see a small pullback. Maybe even down to like the mid 80s. Like down here to like the 20,885s. Yeah, we'll see what happens. This thing's pulling back probably the mid 80s, like right here. That's a good dip buy. Comes in, holds, continues higher, cracks over the high day, squeezes out all the shorts that are at the high day. I don't like. Why would you short this? Like this trend is not to be short. You don't short a trend like this. It's just gonna squeeze the hell out of you. And you want to see a nice hard pullback. If it's a hard pullback, that means it's just like people that were at the top holding the bag, getting stuck. It's coming in, you know, no big deal, and it's started to drop down really nicely. And then because it started hitting stops, that's not like real true selling. So then the dip buyers come in and they support the hell out of it and they grab it at like right here at the 77. So 20,877. Boom. Like this, you don't get it up here. You don't even get it in at the mid 80s. Like you could, but the real spot to get in, if you can get a nice nasty dip buy, can come right down into like the 70s. Just a slap. It's called a liquidity grab. Liquidity sweep. It sweeps through, wicks them out, and then pops right back up. So you want to see this thing wick right down and then come right back up. This thing's gonna squeeze. I mean, I got out at the 90s, and I'm okay. You know, I got a profit of 1,187 on the day, and that's fine. You know, whatever. If I can make $1,000 a day, I'm doing pretty decent, I feel like. Maybe later in my career of trading, I'll go for more money, but I feel like it's a pretty good amount of money. All right, here we go. Pulling down, kind of holding, right? It's holding a lot. It's not getting through there. There we go. Kind of poking through. Get some more cells coming in. So sell, sell, sell. Okay, okay. Here's that mid 80s. Here's the mid 80s. If that cracks, it's gonna definitely pull down. It's got to crack these mid 80s though.
I should have actually remembered about that, but I like the pullbacks into the 50 period.
I'm gonna get long right here at the 87s just to start it. It's gonna pop back up.
Like this is a good setup. You know, you'd rather be trading this in the long.
Just look like it's holding. You just have a lot of holding right here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we break through that 160 there tomorrow, but again.
Oh, see, there's that. See, into the mid 80s, down to the 77s, like I'm saying. Could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
You probably don't know a lot more. Maybe this is the wrong play, but I like ARM here. And I think it's a good buy.
These need to hold though.
Into earnings. Let's put it that way. I was wrong about SMCI, but this is an actual business. So let's
77s is where I was going to grab.
Some more love involved with ARM. I like the long. Maybe it gets a shot.
I'm going to add at the 80s there. Hopefully I don't get screwed. Okay, here we go. 77s is where that sweep is, into the 77s. Hopefully you can pop right back out, up off these 77s and not continue. You need to see a pop off the 80s, back into the 80s, recapture, and keep pushing higher. And I might lighten up on my position here because, yeah, there we go. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. I'm going to lighten up. There's one contract I light up because I'm not sure this thing can push higher. So unfortunately, I'm down.
You'll get zero argument out of me when it comes to ARM. I have it in my long term, and the reason why I have like not even half the position I was looking to get in it is because it was so expensive. I was looking for some kind of a dip. It just never gave everything.
I want to wait a little bit, give it a little room here.
And my guess is the only reason why it's not stronger today is because we're waiting for the report. It does have a flat top break in there. I wouldn't necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. Like going into the earnings, I don't know if I like the breakout, but like, there's so many names that show you and present you with this little double top because the market at the highs and essentially coasting at the high of the day. And when that's the case, and we're consolidating up there, you're going to have a lot of stocks that have this setup, and then again, you've got to pick and choose. So before the earnings, I'd probably stay away from ARM today for the day trade.
Break even right here. This is break even. You need to push up into the 90s. See if we can do it. I don't like to see a pullback in that area. That was just like a pity run. Pull back, maybe some more buyers come in. Grab, grab, grab. See some more buyers in here. We want to see green flashing through. Flash through the green. Green, 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 green. Let's see it. Just a tug of war right now, but the green's kind of holding. They're holding those mid 80s. Looks like it's gonna spike right back up here into the 88s and then push right into the 90s. So this is the 88s right here, this gray box, and then back up in, and then recapture the 90s, and then recapture also this trend line that's going up here, like right here. You want to see this thing pop right through it and recapture that progress up. So here we are into the 88s, into the 88s, back up into the 90s, and then a nice squeeze up and over is what I want to see, into like the 91s, and then it'll probably go higher, and I'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have got out. So I'll go 91. It's going to pop right up and over, hopefully, is what I'm looking for. I don't want to see this reject out of here. So here we go. 91s is the see, it's pulling back a little, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So it's pulling back here. But I also think this could be a dip buy opportunity. Okay, I'm buying one more contract long. Let's see if this thing can flip right back up. It's a nice dip buy on this one. I could take one out in the mid 80s now, technically. I don't want this to flip against me. I want it to just rip right back up and regain this candle. That's what I'm looking for. A little smuck push right back up.
Because if you're buying off the 50 period, the report came in, the results were fantastic. It went 65.
Little nice fat green candle push right back up.
It then had a pullback and then a push up on the, remember, on the
Nice little push. Come on. Green candle needs to push and fill in this whole wick again one more time. If that's the case, I have a beautiful amount of size on now. I got 2 contracts on the NQs. It'd be a nice little squeeze up. That's what I want to see. I really don't want to see it smack down. Might have to put in. See, it's pulling down a little. I don't like to see that because this thing has potential just to pull right back down. And let's see the squeeze. Come on. Yeah, it's not really. I'll put a stop in.
And I was looking for somewhere to put it in. And I mentioned this one off that 50 period afternoon.
Gonna watch this thing. Hopefully it just got dip bought right there. It can just continue to squeeze right back up.
Just make sure you have your own plan of action there. These being Coffee Trader in the chat. I am thinking about shorting AMD near 140.
Ooh, I don't know, man. Not really feeling this.
You were talking about ARM because ARM is underneath 145 as well.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if it's gonna squeeze back up. We'll see. Buyers need to start coming in.
Have a look at that and see if there's anything there that you see for that play for sure. We'll have a look at Nvidia and ARM and AMD and all of that. So I'm debating right now just tapping out of it.
I'm gonna get out.
Obviously it's $4.
I'm not liking it. This thing can just potentially roll over now. I don't. That's not cool. I mean, it's just basically just getting slapped down. It could get bought right back up here in the mid 70s, which is a nice spot to buy. That's where you want that line, that little support right there. Nice spot, but unfortunately I got in a little heavy, and then I gave back some. I was up 1,169. Now I'm down only 900. But this thing's pulling back though into the mid 70s. This is a decent area to buy right here though at the 70 mark.
Again, there's always uncertainty in polls line. I think now you can see now these like last 3 elections, basically some of the polls have been way off. Like I didn't even, the fact that we had known that Donald just took down 70 million versus 65 million, that's a really low turnout there for Kamala. And the popular vote, I didn't see any websites at all, gambling websites, anything that had Donald winning, or I guess President Trump winning the popular vote. So I don't know if polls are now a thing of the past or not. I think AI could probably help with that, and they'll get that.
I'm watching this thing.
But right now for Nvidia, I think there is.
Hyper Viper, sorry man. What's up, dude? Catch some. Yeah, I've caught a little bit today. I feel like I don't want to catch a. This is probably where I want to get in. Oh man, just a little. This one's a tricky one right now. I'm gonna get in long right here. Two contracts, NQ. Let's see if I can get a little pop off this bottom. I don't know, man. This thing's 70 is the ideal entry. It's a $200 drawdown on the worst part right there. But I think this thing can get legs one more time and start getting some buyers in. That's what I want to see. I'm looking over here at the time and sales. It's just kind of stagnant, to be honest. It's kind of just fighting it back and forth. It can go either way. And I just like to see a nice little bottom buy out of this and just rip right back up. But man, it's hard to say. I think it's consolidating a little. Dude, it's going down to the 70s now. It's getting bought back up. Man, see, it's twin.
With Nvidia at the high, I just wanted to quickly show something here on Nvidia. A lot of times you've seen, like, I'll look.
This is where I would say it was going to hold, but nah, dude, it's pulling down.
About 3 weeks, call it 2.5 weeks. Certainly.
Let's see if its 70s can hold.
Outside of sometimes like you get.
Let's see if it can hold. This could be my wick buy right here. These are just covers. You want to see some real volume coming in. There's no volume. Just a blip, you know.
Getting broken. Now, whether you're like, I'm not saying I'm going to short Nvidia, but
I'd like to see this thing rip right back up into the 80s, but it's just not showing much strength.
This trend since it held on VWAP. So that's a clear one for me. Like I'm only in this one off the 144.
At least to the mid 70s. I mean,
145
come on.
retest, I should say. 144 was early. But 145 retest. If it loses that trend line, I want to be out. This is setting up for a bit of a mean revert. I would think, and I think someone else would say in the chat, is it time Coinbase? I looked over Coinbase.
I'm letting it go a little too much against me at this point.
I'm kind of staying away from that. And then you look over something like Apple.
See if I could hold it just a little bit longer. Come on, pay off for me having patience. Come on. Not that it's going to pay me anything. Okay, I'm getting a little bit back. 70s, come on. 70s recapture? Could this be the dip buy? This could be it. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Why not short an Apple instead? Like AMD, Invidea? No.
I'm just gonna get out. Lost about 100 and some change on that one, but yeah, I was down to like 800-900. I don't know. Lost 100 and some change. I feel like it's gonna just. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be the nasty wick candle, and right back on it. Yeah, it's kind of high a day. It's tough.
I'm already short.
I almost feel like doing a short in here. Of course, it goes up to where it would have been break even, and then a little bit of profit.
Apple is about to go red. I think playing it back into 75. Ideally, I'd have a 65 entry, so I'll make sure that if it gets up.
See, I should have just been. I'm gonna go with one contract. The two is just getting a little more emotional. I'm actually gonna go short here and see if I can, if this thing can just roll over, because it's not looking that strong. It's like popping here, but which it's just hard to say, dude. Ideally, you would want to go long, right? Next 5-minute candle, make a new high. Your entry is right there at like 78, and then just let it rip. Apple's breaking lower though. You have like just things going against the market that I would think would make it, but now it's coming back. Jeez.
Here's the 200 period right now. We're trying to break it. It's trying to also break the support right here at 40. So if that comes through, then why not have this get down here? I mean, it's a red name. Well,
pushing right back up. Man, that would have been a $400 winner right there.
So I like this. We've already taken out twice down there. We only took out 10% at that low, but still.
I don't think it's gonna just go against it. It's probably gonna come back down into the 80s and hold support.
What I meant there was I'm looking to get more shares, but for right now, we're going to start it. I mean, I think, the 50 period is generally the trend of change that I like, so that's up there at 85. So I'm going to wait for 85 to get a little bit more on that. Nvidia just took out that high again, so we did not put any offers here on Nvidia. So just we're actually at the highs right now. What place is 30?
Just watching.
I know I said that I was.
I'm going to be a little patient in case this actually rejects and goes down. Like right here, this candle just popped up and then it comes back and rolls back over, and then takes out this lower candle here, and then just actually starts kind of coming back down and coming back into the 70s.
So I mean that's what has to happen. And oh wait a minute, there was I saw it in the chat there.
I only brought that up to maybe I guess if when they concede. I guess if they already conceded, I didn't see. I don't really know
how much that plays into it or matters, but Biden has already congratulated President-elect Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, effectively. So I think January 20th, I believe. We're asking this morning. I looked it up, and whatever. I'm pretty sure it's January the 20th. We're Canadian, so I don't have that type of things memorized.
Something really pushing.
I did ring the register on something during the midday show. Usually we talk about, like things that we're looking at in our long term. And again, it's just what I was doing. I was looking for an exit strategy. It wasn't necessarily an exit strategy, but I bought Crowd, like a few people did. I know we were looking at Crowd after they had the unfortunate for CrowdStrike. And it's been a good run, but when I looked over at it, and my usual modus operandi was, if it's bad for Crowd, it's good for Palo Alto.
I'm going to say, hopefully it just turns over here. I mean, Looks like it might squeeze, but oh, there's a lot of size right there.
This one got to resistance level on the daily. It's like, okay,
This thing's really going against me now.
do I prefer
Just
it
ripping right back up.
more than Palo Alto?
I'd like to see a nice pullback. That would be nice into the 80s.
So I'm out of it. Want to get that money into work. I'm not just going to automatically buy Palo Alto, but the next available dip, I'm going to go for it. And when it's essentially
Here's that wick off top. Just like pull it back.
What more am I asking for? If I was looking for a reason to get out and it just ran resistance and failed underneath when the market's running, then I should just be ringing right
Down to the 80s. Come on, just pull down. Pull down. Come on.
It does have a bull flag today, but the distinction between the two, okay, that daily chart doesn't cooperate, but the daily chart on PNW.
Pull down. Come on. Pull back.
And
Come on, pull back.
Out and about and above. And
Yes.
to continue a new trend,
Looking strong.
above here, great. But if this does any kind of a dip into the 50, I want to make sure I have that powder ready and locked and loaded to go. And there's nothing wrong. I have nothing against crowd trading. I'm not. You're probably absolutely fine. It's just I tend to, unless it's a semis, I want to be in one place in the stock, in the sector, while I can just buy the ETF. And, so that's the case there. Yeah, Apple's starting to come back. Well, oh yeah, it is 224. 224 is going to be my out. I just heard you guys talking about chocolate. Does that mean there's fruit involved or what?
She just borrowed a marker from me, and it's going to cost her one chocolate.
Oh.
Took off one contract, just in case. Into the 80s is basically break even, but it's trying to see if this thing can pull down past the 80s into the 70s. I'm gonna get out at the 80s because that thing can bounce right here. Yeah, this thing's gonna probably bounce off that. Yeah, EMA. It's like a 15 EMA. It's gonna probably bounce off that and just pull right back up. I mean, it was a somewhat okay, but again, you know, I'm kind of whittling away here. I'm up 697 on the day now. Unfortunately, I was up high day for me was in the 11. Cliff dive, the waterfall. Yeah, trends up overall. Nice dump would be fun. Yeah, it'd be fun to watch as long as you're on the right side. I see like a lower high here a little bit. Finally, I haven't seen really much of a lower high, but this also looks like a bull flag. So, like looking in here, that thing can rip right over that.
We're in it right now again. Here comes Apple. I'm going to put another bid at 45. Let's see where we go from here. But so far, so good. As Apple starting to go back into the downside. I mean,
Apple's starting to pull back right now.
I say this every day. I know it's getting very, very repetitive, but this is starting every day because this is what we're doing. Yesterday we had
Here we go into the 70s.
I mean, there's some monster opportunities here, and I'm just glad to be able to put them on here. Right now, just sitting in what we have right here. I'm sitting $8. I mean, right
77. I'm gonna buy that if I can get it filled. Okay, I'm filled in the mid 70s. I'm okay with this. I understand it's coming down, but this is a good spot to accumulate a little bit.
You know, I wasn't here to see this, so maybe it's not nothing that's touchable. Are you here to see this?
I'd like to see just a pop right back up.
Coming back in right there. So, you know, we're still here. We're still who we are.
Definitely a test back up into the 80s.
Everybody again for all the support. I want to thank my good friend Brian Shannon, who had some great comments.
And then probably retake the 80s here, and then go back up into the mid 80s here. Definitely into the 83s. It's $95. There we go, into the mid 3s, up into the 5s. Come on, keep going to the mid 80s now. Little squeeze. Let me see a little pop. You got this wick getting bought up on the bottom here. Go retest back up in here into the 87s. So as it's pulling back down right here, I'm gonna add. It's not, there we go. There's the pop up into the mid 80s here. See if I can do it. There's the pullback. Pulling back. Oh man, back into almost my entry. I'm going to add one more, see if I can get it to, see if we can watch this thing follow up and follow through with a nice little pop to the mid 80s. Because now it'd pay really well if it could. I don't want any fallbacks, I just want this thing to start pushing back up. So here's where we are. Gotta see if I can get this trade getting rolling here. Nice little push right back up. Come on, reclaim those 80s. I want to see these things getting bought up. Because it's just like the short just doesn't seem like you'd want it. See this thing buy. I want to see this thing just get bought and right back up. Nice little fat wick, just get bought right back up and hollow out this candle, right? Bottoming tail, just a nice push. It's not really moving. It's stagnant, really. There's some buyers coming in. It was fake. Slapped right back down. Slapped right back down, and that was hopefully not real. Come on, get bought back up now. Push one more time into the 80s. Nice squeeze. Push it right up. Back to the 83s. There we go. I'm going to take some off. 83. No.
I think the amount of volume that you've already seen, the adaptation, of course, where things are going to eventually end up going with the SEC, as we're all expecting, with the new administration, I would think that's the case. I do not know the story behind the lack of correlation between Solana and ZPO. And we pride ourselves in being honest. I simply don't know.
This thing is just giving me a headache.
I promise you that I don't mind. Like, I actually drove in today. I was going to say on my train ride home, I tried reading up on it. But I try not to be reading while I'm driving, so I'll do my best to try to figure that one out. Maybe we'll ask Kay if she knows anything about that. And actually, I'm seeing my
now it's slapping, stops. It's gonna pop right back up. There we go. It slapped. It got a little liquidity sweep right there. A couple wicks that came down. I just don't want them to refill back in, so that's the problem. If that goes back down and fills in, it's gonna suck. God, this is like take losses and everything. Yeah.
Oh no, I just lost the longest super chat. That's okay. Because
I'm gonna wait for it. This thing's gonna. It might roll over, but.
Day play by way of Musk and SpaceX, thinking of punching out as I don't see him. So I remember that when DXYZ, which is
I'm gonna add.
essentially it's a fund, Destiny Tech. It's just a fund for pre-IPO or
yeah, I can. Oh, well, ideally, if you could, that'd be amazing.
I think SpaceX is the biggest holding pre-IPO private companies. And
there's that push.
And what a lot of people have said about it, when you pull the valuation.
There we go. Finally getting retracement.
That based on the actual fund raises individually and all the things that it holds.
A little bit, 70, 90.
That's what the story was when it first came out.
Struggling, dude. I'm just gonna get out one.
In my opinion.
Hold one for the push. One for the push here that I. God dang it. Murphy's Law, dude. It's gonna push, dude. This is insane. Here goes. Weird. Into the mids. There we go. Pushing over. Popping up. 87's the ideal. God darn it. I'll just do 85. That was the original. Might as well bring it down because it's not hitting. I'll do a 50-cent reduction. I'm out. I just got out of it. I hit the bid. I'm just not gonna wait for it because if this thing just plays around and doesn't push, it should. I mean, it's the only thing is this is a flag, so hopefully it'll break out. But that's what I wanted to see. But here we go, pulling back in, playing games. What am I at here? Back to 8:41 on the day. That's good.
To watch out for these stocks. And right now,
Actually, you know what? I gotta go grab my kid from the school. I think I have a half day today.
my last days of
I was trying to pawn it off, but I should probably do the right thing. You gotta do that. So I will. Yeah. Gonna cut out, and I'll be back. I'm going to Vegas tomorrow, so I'll do some live trades tomorrow out in Vegas. I'll be at I got a suite in Vegas down there, so I'll be live all the time, all day, just doing stuff, playing hockey out in a tournament for like 70 plus teams or whatever the hell it is. So cool, dude. All right, you guys. Hyper Viper. I thought you changed your name. Anyways, I think you said you changed your name. I'll talk to you guys later.